Hello everyone, Dave here. Here's the winter trees. Barely a leaf left up there now. And here they are, down on the floor. Here's the labyrinth, which I did manage to get sort of mowed. At this time of the year, you've got to give it a go, otherwise you lose it as the grass grows in the spring and you can't find the pathways again. So we take a little stroll through the crunchy leaves. And in through the woods. And I noticed this gate is open and I have no idea why. So something has opened it. That was a woodpecker that you just heard. He's up here somewhere. So this is the sacred bit of woodland here. As you can see, there's quite a few branches down from the storm. So we'll let these sit for a few more weeks and then cut them up. And these trees here are horse chestnut. Excuse me. And this is known as the cradle. In the days when I used to do shamanic work here, this was a terrific place, and well, still is a terrific place. It takes you very deep, almost kind of into childhood. As you can see, there are 4 trunks. There's 2. And here's the other 2. If we can see the base, which is difficult with all the branches that have fallen down, that's the base. And so you can snuggle down in there between any of those trunks, and then those trees will take you on a journey. Once you connect in with the spirit of place, the spirit of the trees, you'll let your heart just flow loosely into the earth and the trees will pick you up. So this is the cradle, and there's a little hole up here which has always been a little bit heart shaped. Very pretty. So there is an awful lot of tidying up to do here. Branches on the ground. It's an old tree dead over there, which is leaning on another tree over there. That's been like that as long as I've lived here. It's not come down yet. So we walk through past the holly and towards this other holly. It's a little sacred space in here. And this is called the womb. again, at shamanic times, would crawl in here and seal it off energetically, and then the student would blend into the earth, and the earth mother would cocoon them like in a womb. And it's amazing how many deep things would emerge from the consciousness, and a great healing taking place. So walking through here, we have a couple of great oaks here. There's one here and there's one behind it that you can just see. Quite a large branch came crashing down off this one not long ago, and the pathway through here has to be tidied up every spring because of winter storms and other things falling. And then we come out into a kind of open space, which these days is overgrown with brambles, which is a shame, because I had a lovely little path through here, but the brambles became so intense it was impossible to keep them back. At this time of year, of course, they're not too bad, but as you can see, everything is still very green because it is mild. I think it's about 11 degrees today. So the pathway would go through there on the edge of this field here, and it was a proper little sacred place. Here's an interesting thing. Here is a tree that's gone down, has its roots, obviously gone down a little while ago. You can see it going up there. But here, if you can see this, this is all growth that is creeping in from honeysuckle. So look how green this is. So the honeysuckle does grow wild here, but there's not a lot of it. You do have to search it out. So I shall pay some attention to this year. Now I've seen it for the first time, and it's going to wind itself around that root structure there, which is super. So we'll head back this way. It's nice to share with you a little bit of the woodland, and here we have another couple of oaks. Shropshire, of course, is oak country. Lots of oaks here. So there's 3 oaks you can see there. There's another huge oak in the background there. This is another great oak. But you do have to be a little bit careful. These oaks do lose branches from time to time. Oh, there's a pheasant going through there. And you don't want to be in the way of one when they come down. But they did come down with a heck of a crash. Go this side, I think. The holly here is beautiful. No berries to speak of. And we cut through here, if we can. Well, that holly's grown quite long there. I might have to go this side. That's it. And then little open space here. And here's another really super oak. I made a video sitting at the base of that a couple of years ago, I think. One winter's morning. This one's lost a couple of branches, and as you can see up there, that tree has completely broken off. That's another oak. So that branch there is waiting to come tumbling down. And you kind of wonder, in the recent storm, why it didn't manage that. But here's some large oak branches that have come down a few years ago. I usually cut these up for logs for the fire when they fall, but I've got more than enough at the moment. So all these little pathways have been kind of opened up and presented to me over the years by the spirit of this little woodland. So I leave it in peace most of the time. These days I come in a few times a year, but not often. And here is this tree that has been dead and has fallen, leaning on a tree up there for these past 13 years. And the tree it's leaning on is dead. So this is oak, the one in front of me, and the one up there is horse chestnut. And if I can just zoom in, you can see all the woodpecker holes. It's where the woodpeckers live. And that's horse chestnut. You can see the oak leaning on the horse chestnut. And down here we have water, but this dries up in the summer. It's a kind of natural little drainage area for the woodlands going down this bank. Here's another oak coming out of the bank. So even though it's wet and soft down there, the oak is rooted deeply and it doesn't fall over. So as we come up to the solstice and our earth healing work, and the light starts to come north, the sun turns and comes north, then it'll be time to come in this woodland and start preparing for the growth season. Tidying up. I've planted an awful lot of things in this woodland over the years, woodland plants, ferns, but every single thing did not want to live here, or the woodland didn't want it to live here. So there's the pool, and of course in the spring this is just full of brambles and other things, and it's very difficult to get through here at all. So I hope you've enjoyed this little walk around the woodlands. And here's another super oak. This one's an ash here, and there's two oaks. And these are like the guardians of this entrance here. And there's the labyrinth. Close the gate again. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Now, I hope to see you all, or, well, I won't see you all, but I'll be transmitting the light to you all for our earth healing in a few days' time. It's the 16th now, so we're getting ready. Here's the entrance to the labyrinth, just here. Very difficult to see. Here's the Christmas tree. With the lights. Too difficult to see in the daylight, but that's a nice little holly. And as you can see over here, more oaks. There's another oak there. There's a Spanish chestnut here. And there was another Spanish chestnut that came down recently. You can see the tops through there are two pines that got whipped off in a storm a couple of years ago. You can't really see that one. Doesn't want to focus there. There it is. And then this is a footpath down through the woods. So, as I was saying, looking forward to transmitting the light to you all into your hearts, so that your heart can then do with that light what your heart wishes to do with it. So, a process of filling your heart with light and then allowing that light to flow through your system into the earth, and allow the Earth Mother to bring back her energy to you as a reflection. And in that process, as the light enters your heart, then that triggers the universe to bring more light down into you. You become a bridge between heaven and earth. Your heart becomes the bridge, and you become bound to heaven and earth with that process. And that'll last quite some time, certainly a week, often 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, and then the light will recede a little bit at a time. But in that process, it will have boosted your vibration. And as your vibration boosts to a certain degree, your heart continues to hold that. So from the experience of entering into the earth healing, one of the reflections is that you get a vibrational shift into a higher register, and that stays with you permanently. So I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to the healing, looking forward to transmitting the light, bringing the light into Mother Earth, and from there entering the new year as the sun comes north. One last look at the labyrinth for what we can see of it at this time of year, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up and subscribe if you like the video.